And when everyone's super, no one will be.
Society suffers from a plague of mediocrity. This plague is being pushed and supported by the media and many modern ideas. There are people in this world who should be celebrated for their, in Syndrome's words, superness. These people have reached the top of their fields through hard work, determination, and yes, a little bit of luck. These people such as LeBron James, Elon Musk, Quentin Tarantino, Jennifer Lawrence, and Chance the Rapper are and should be celebrated because they have achieved incredible success in their fields. Having these people in the world can give you something to strive for and a level of success that you wish to achieve, and maybe even lay out the roadworks on how to make it there. If you want to be a basketball player, you'll learn from LeBron James. Try to be better than him every day that you're working on your skills that you need. If you want to act, you may look at Jennifer Lawrence as a role model and how to act in various scenes and how to display various emotions in those scenes. However, in the current culture we see today, there is a growing sense of embracing or celebrating mediocrity and even attacking people who become successful or who have worked to improve upon themselves. This plague of mediocrity is ever present in youth sports, where everyone from star players to bench warmers receive a trophy for simply participating. Yes, at this point it's a meme, but it still rings true. By giving everyone a trophy, it stops celebrating the kids who really deserve praise, and will inflate the egos of those who are not as successful or talented. This causes problems, because the children who are performing at a high level may stop working as hard to maintain that level of success. The children who are not nearly as talented may not get that drive to outperform the others, resulting in stagnation across the board. One of the worst supporters of mediocrity is the body positivity movement. This movement celebrates less than mediocrity.
Everyone can be
beautiful.
And when everyone's
beautiful,
no one will be.
By saying that everyone is beautiful no matter what they look like, then why even work on your body? If these are just as beautiful as these, then why take the time out of your day to work on being healthy? Being healthy is a good trend to have in the world. When people hate on someone like Adele for losing weight, they're trying to promote a world in which people are less healthy, happy, and far more mediocre. I will be making a separate video responding to one of these videos that is incredibly asinine, and I just want to rant about it. We should be celebrating Adele for becoming a healthier person and fixing a problem in her life to rise above mediocrity, even more in order to be physically fit and get into good shape, just as she did. You must put in the work at the gym and be very careful in your diet if you want to become healthy. The commitment and hard work put into this will not just make you more physically attractive, but also a healthier and happier person. Why would we be against that as a society? When I'm at the gym, I compare myself to other people, and to be honest, it makes me feel bad. But mostly, it motivates me to reach their level of fitness. If I look at someone who is built how I want to be, I go, wow, I need to put in the work and the effort in order to do that and look as I desire. That's how we should view success, not as a shaming facet, but rather as a motivator. And yes, shaming can be very good too, but that's a video for another time. In media, people will promote movies just because they have minorities and women in leading roles. The issue here isn't that these minorities or women are in leading roles, but rather that the product is bad and that people will overlook that anyway. This line of thinking only gives us worse arts. If you want to look at arts such as the Ghostbusters movie in 2016, any of the Star Wars sequels, or Captain Marvel, these films are average at best, but if you go by what critics say, they're some of the greatest works of arts this century has seen, just because they're led by women.
You serious?
By promoting movies with poor writing and pretending that it is good, it will demotivate scriptwriters to actually put the proper work in to write scripts that are very impressive, since it does not help them with the critics or in the box office. Instead, they will simply create scripts that are filled with the proper diversity quotas, rather than a very well structured and thought out script. And no, I do not hate strong women in films. There are plenty of great films with great women in them, such as Aliens, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and Inglourious Bastards. If you want to promote strong women, that's perfectly acceptable. Just make sure that they are actually well written in these movies, that they are good movies. That way, we can still increase the quality of everything that we watch by promoting the good ones that deserve promotion. And then we can properly critique ones that are poorly written so that our society does not fall to mediocrity when it comes to film. In our current culture, there's a growing movement that billionaires and millionaires are bad people just because of the success and wealth they have accumulated. If you don't believe me, just look up Burn the Rich on any social media platform. They don't call them bad because they broke any laws or hurt people, but simply because they're smart enough to see an opening in the market and take advantage, or to invent something that greatly helps society. People often call them evil because they may pay a small amount in taxes. But how can you hate someone just because they found a loophole? And to be clear, if you have an issue with a current tax structure or policy, then by all means have that conversation. That will only help society. But if you only hate people because they have worked around the system that is put into place, then you're not being virtuous, you're just being jealous and hating on other people's success. And by hating on successful people, you aren't just belittling what they have done, but you're also undermining what they have contributed to society. If people are not striving to be successful and rich, we would not have things such as iPhones, fast internet, cheap food, or comfortable homes. People who are successful and wealthy have worked hard and come up with ways to improve society, and that is something that should always be praised. When people begin to settle for mediocrity, we end up with a big pile of... If we want to raise our ship that is society, then everyone must strive to be special in their own field. If every movie maker tries to make the next Godfather, then the industry as a whole will be better, as each movie maker tries to stand out. If every athlete works to become the next Michael Jordan or Peyton Manning, then the sports we watch will have higher quality athletes in it. If every person tries to be as healthy and beautiful as possible, then it will motivate others to outcompete them so that they stand out in the marketplace of dating, giving us a healthier world. While I understand that not everyone can become a world-class athlete, or invent the next societal changing product, or be the next top model, as special people are special for a reason. Everyone can find a skill that they are good at, and work towards being the best they can be in that skill. One thing that the media does teach us is that even though not everyone can be special, special people can come from anywhere. This is shown in films such as the original Star Wars, where Luke is special, and while not everyone can be a Luke Skywalker, Luke Skywalkers can come from anywhere, even a small farm. In Lord of the Rings, it shows us that while not everyone can be a special fighter such as Aragorn or archer such as Legolas, anyone can be strong enough to carry the ring, even if they're just a small hobbit. In Rocky, it also teaches that even though everyone can't be special, special people can come from anywhere, even if it is just the small streets of Philadelphia. And then the Marvel movies also teach that superheroes or special people can come from anywhere, whether they're billionaires, weapon designers who decide to become one, or if there is a kid from New York who becomes Spider-Man. Since I am talking about Marvel movies, I do have one critique on the superhero genre. People in these films don't earn specialness like in the real world. Spider-Man doesn't work hard to become Spider-Man. He gets bitten by a spider. Superman doesn't work 30 hours a week to become Superman. He is born that way. This is not how the world works. A better example for people, especially children, would be in some Eastern culture media, such as anime. If you look at Naruto, for example, he does have a great gift inside of him, the nine-tailed fox, which gives him incredible power that does let him stand out in the world. However, the show focuses on him working incredibly hard, trying to be the best ninja that he can be, trying to become the Hokage, so the greatest ninja in their village is the simple way to put it. But he's trying hard. That is the theme of the show, is him working, trying to be the absolute best that he can be. And in the same show, it actually has a character, Rock Lee, who works very strenuously to become the best ninja he can. The reason I point him out is because he's not talented. He is not gifted at all, but he simply tries to outwork everyone else, and he does. That way he can become the best ninja he can be. And while he isn't the best, there are times where he is better than others simply because he has worked as hard as he possibly can be. And I think as a society, if people learned that from media, it would be incredibly helpful. Because even though you may not be the best in the field, you can always find ways to be good and stand out as yourself. If you love football and you want to play in the NFL, but maybe you just don't have the stature, you can still live in that world. All you have to do is learn, and you can become a coach. And while it's not the same thing, it is something that no matter what, you will be able to achieve, because it doesn't take any special talent or genetics per se, but rather hard work and dedication. And so even though some dreams cannot be achieved by people, most dreams can be partially achieved, or at least in the same area. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If you want to help society, the best place to start is yourself, because you are a part of society. And as a society, we should want to be as good as possible. Society, much like a boat, rises from the bottom up. As the bottom gets better, then so will the top. So if every person took personal accountability and strive to be the best that they possibly can be, we will see a much better society. Thank you for listening to this video. Soon I'll have an actual outro up, but for now, just hit that like button, follow, subscribe, leave comments saying what I did wrong, what I did right, all of that good stuff, and have a great discussion, and have a great week. Please come back.